No, chances of anybody picking up are slim. Listen, but when you go through it, bro, if you go through that list twice in a day, you'll get a couple people to pick up, and those are gonna end up being really good opportunities. So don't sleep on them. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Well, it's not that they are dead leads. It could be they need to just be re-skip traced, right? There's some in there that I noticed um that you put that the number went through for you and the number was working, right? And then I said, well, fuck it, let me go ahead and call them, and then it works. So I'm just like, it's those ones are a little. We just leave them in there. We call them. Eventually, some of those will have to be skip traced. Just what it comes down to. It's this lady's number. Uh, nah, cause when you look at PPC, there's only what? There's only there's no, there's 80, but you got to look at, so when you open them up and you go to last activity oldest first, it's gonna there's what? There's 10, there's about 15 numbers that don't work. 16, no, more like 20. Oh fuck, no, sorry. There's like 30. Um you can well for me I'm not even calling them, right? So like unless I accidentally call them because I don't know unless I scroll down and I see the tag or I look at my notes and it says that the number doesn't work or whatever, right? So um yeah, and then for you just to give you a heads up, if you're triple dialing every single lead, it still only counts as one dial, right? So essentially, let's say you went through PPC, all of them, and you triple dialed every single person in there. You take, let's say it said 120 dials, you're gonna divide that by three, and that's your true number. Does that make sense? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So okay, okay. Yeah, so all your double, yeah, one lead, if they only have one phone number associated with that lead, and you call that lead, you call that phone number twice right then and there, that's one dial. If you call it three times right then and there, that's still one dial. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If just go through and do double dials for the most part, or if you want to do triple dials, that's cool. Um, but it's gonna be hard to keep track of your true number if you're doing some double dials and some triple dials, right? So me, I just double dial, and then what you can do is if you go through the list in 2 hours, you can fucking call that list again, all over again, and they'll all count as um a dial again. And if you want, I mean, this is me. I mean, you could double dial them again. That's probably the smartest thing to do. But if you're crunched for time, let's say it's late and you're calling the list again, you could, if you want, you could just dial them once and then move on to the next lead, call them once, move on to the next, and it'll count. You can count that as a dial. But which part? No, 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 no. That's what Joey said. That's how it is. That's how it's always been. So whatever your number is, you really gonna divide that by two. and that's your true number. If that makes sense, you know? You're good though, bro. It took me uh the first time I tracked my 200 dials, my first 200 dials, I think I did triple dials, and it took me about 5.5 hours. And this was me like laser focused. I didn't do nothing else. Like I time blocked, I think 30 minutes at a time. 30 minutes, and I didn't accept phone calls. I didn't reply to text messages if people text me back. It was just straight up outbound calls. And I'll time block it for 30 minutes. And it took me about between 5 and 5.5 hours to get to 200 dials. And I want to say I was triple dialing. Can't remember, but I think that I may have been triple dialing. No, no, what I'm saying is a triple dial still, a triple dial counts as one call, bro. One dial. You call one lead 3 times right there, it counts as one. That's why I'm trying to tell you, like, if you're triple dialing, that's how long it took me, and I was like super laser focused. If you're double dialing, you're gonna save yourself about 30 seconds each phone call, right? So you might be able to get it done in like 4.5 hours or 4 hours or whatever. Um, but yeah, just call e- just call each lead twice. That and then that counts as one. And then you just do that all day. That's what our job is, bro, is to make phone calls all day. So you should hit 200 dials no problem. At the what I'm seeing from you, you should be the at the speed you're going, you're doing pretty good, bro. Just keep it up. By the time, like, let's say 2 more hours goes by, you'll be up there. Yeah, if you could keep track of all that stuff, that and put those in your KPIs too. So like, well, I mean, I try. Well, I tried. I mean, I tried that. I mean, one day I had like 3 hours of talk time, and but my dials were hella low. I like they were under like 70 or some shit, or under 60 or some shit, and yeah, Joey was still getting on my Joey was still getting on my dome, telling me I need to get my calls up, even though I was on the phone for 3 hours. With probably four, five, six different people, and I made offers to all these people. He's like, you probably could have still at least got like 100 dials, right? Because my dials were super low. But every day is gonna look a little different, you know. He's every day's gonna look a little different, but the standard is to aim for 200 dials. The real standard is 200 dials or a 5, 10, 10 offers, five minimum, but really want to shoot for 10, or to get a contract signed in a day. Those are the three KPIs that we're looking to hit every single day. If you don't get a contract, if you don't get 10 or 5 to 10 offers, you gotta have 200 dials up. If you don't get 200 dials, you want to make sure you have six, seven, eight offers. Maybe you have 90 dials or 140 or whatever. But yeah, you're all good, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing, and then we'll see how the day plays out. I'll be right back though. We don't have to go right to the fucking bathroom, bro. What the is good? No time for an intro today. Um, we finna get straight to the bag. Nothing from the boys. All right. Boom, boom. Oh, we gotta open up our real estate group tab. Name it RE, GRE, and we're gonna go red. Put that in there. Offer calculator. Okay, boom. All right, guys. Here we go. Anissa, I'm gonna shoot for locking this up at 110. She told me she could probably do 120.
To 8.
But that's the thing, bro. That I'm not even too excited about this one because they're not going to be ready to close until December. So my boy Joey can talk all that shit he want. You feel me? But you know how I get down. If a lead is closable, I'm closing them. You feel me? Straight up. I'll probably leave them a voicemail.
Mailbox belonging to
Okay.
803-629-7374 is full and cannot accept new
Is
messages at this.
full. Okay. Wait. I'm not exactly sure what's happening with my keyboard. Oh, we're good. Okay. NA. Not looking to close until December. Where you going, Mike? No, we're gonna make it lollipop. I don't want you to fall. So no answer. Not looking to sell until December. Um, yeah. Um. Okay, so my first one that I was gonna lock, hopefully see about getting locked up, did not pick up. Let me go to this lead. Uh, is it in? Oh, it's gonna be in my task board. Gerald. I'm not gonna say the last name. Yeah, so I didn't really get started to about 10:15 today, guys. Why? Because morning routine, breakfast, get ready. Right? Um, okay. All right. What's called George Sage.
Hello?
Hey, Gerald.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Tyrell. I was just calling to see if you still had that property over in Tampa on Marvey Ave.
Yes, sir, I do.
Were you still looking to sell that property by chance?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, awesome. What price were you looking to get for
Oh, I don't know, about 265,000.
it? 265.
Yes, sir.
I understand. Okay. Um. Well, yeah, my name's Tyrell. We purchased property over there in Tampa, quite a bit actually. So just wanted to reach out.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, the area, you probably know about the area. The area, it's about 1 mile from Busch Gardens, about 1 mile from University of South Florida,
Uh-huh.
about half mile from University Square Mall. Uh, it is on a corner lot. It's got about, 40 feet on the west side to the property line, probably around 30 feet on the east side. Got a big backyard and a big front yard. The roof's 2 years old. Air conditioning system's 2.5 years old. It's got a tenant in there now, uh, month to month, and I want to sell it because you called and asked me.
I call. I love that. So, okay,
Well,
wait a
you got,
minute.
don't you have that on your list of things? I mean, I know people that they have a list. Most of them aren't as sophisticated as you. They usually have a woman on the other end calling and asking a bunch of questions, and they just follow the list, and
Uh-oh.
that's always one of the things on the list. So
I'm with you.
I thought I'd throw it out there beforehand. That's not really the reason, but if they need to fill in a blank, they can fill it in with that.
I'm with you. Well,
I entered into a contract to sell it a long time ago,
uh-huh.
and the people backed out because I wouldn't come down on the price. Uh,
Uh-huh.
but since since that I had another property that 1810 Heather, Heather, exactly
Uh-huh.
same floor plan. It was not a corner lot; it was a center lot. It needed a new roof and it needed a new AC system, and I sold
Sure.
that for 210,000. Uh, just within the last 30 days, they sold it for 325,000. They probably put about 50,000 in it.
They sold it for how much? How much? 300 what?
325,000. It appraised for 320.
Okay, so it sounds like they went in and they fixed it up and they resold it.
Oh yeah, they put a new kitchen, remodeled the bath, remodeled the half bath,
Yeah,
uh, put new windows in it, and they had to put a new roof on it and a new AC system.
I got
Yeah,
you.
they had stuff to do. This one doesn't need a roof or AC, but it needs new windows. If you're going to sell it, you're going to need to put windows. And it's got
Uh,
terrazzo floors, but people don't like terrazzo floors. I like them, but they'll so you'll probably put tile down. So it's about 6,000 for windows, about 5,000 for the tile, about 10 to 15,000 for the cabinets, kitchen cabinets. You're looking at around 50,000 investment in it. Now, if you get your own workers, you can get it done a lot cheaper. As a matter of fact, right now, with the economy the way it is, with construction workers looking for work, probably get it cheaper now. Just get them to
mm-hmm.
bid against one another.
I'm with you.
I would do it myself. I've done that in the past. Bought them and remodel them and sold them. But I had heart surgery in April 15th, tax day. So I'm on the downward climb.
All right. Wow, I'm sorry to
Matter
hear
of
that.
fact, I just went ahead last week and did all my my pre knees with the funeral home. Got that taken care of. Now I got to order the
Hmm.
headstone. So I'm trying to get prepared. This was the last property I had to sell, and I did. It was the last one because this needed the least work. I didn't need a new roof. So when it came insurance time, I didn't have to get a new roof. It didn't need a new AC system because so it would make it through the summer easy. So I kept it till last.
I got you. I got you. The one on Heather Street, did you say 1810 or 1820?
I think it's I think it's 1810, Heather. Pretty
Might
sure
be.
it's 1810. I mean, it'll show down there with the previous owner. Well, no, it won't because the person I sold it to just recently sold it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I see
speculator.
one on 1820 that sold exactly for what you said, 325,
That's
3 months ago.
that's it. Then it's white with black trim, black
Yep.
roof.
Yep.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, go through the walkthrough, the video they had on that. You'll see what a fabulous job they did with the interior of that house.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's this exact same floor plan, except that one's got a glass sliding door out the back,
Uh-huh.
and Marvy doesn't. Marvy's got a wall there, and so they could have a nice little dining area. Got a wall
Okay.
and a window, which I
Right.
like it better than the glass sliding doors. Because if you got glass sliding doors, you need something on the other side of them. You need a patio or something. And Heather didn't have any of that.
I got you.
Now I
I
don't.
got
Hot water heater is in good shape, but I don't know. They, insurance company may want you to get a new hot water heater. Although it's in a location so that if a hot water heater overflowed, none of the water would go inside the house. It's about 6 inches lower in the garage area.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so it's better for that reason. The sewer line, I've got it all new PVC. The sewer comes up. The house faces the front road faces north, and the back of the house is south. And at the back of the house, running east to west, is the sewer line to the road. Goes west out right out to the road, and that's all PVC. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I had to go to the bank and get a small loan for that. Oh, just kidding you. The plumbers don't come cheap. But I don't have to
No,
worry
I
about
know.
any clean outs now.
Right.
Don't have to
Right.
worry about any clean outs.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And in the bathroom, the kitchen, and the half bath, and the laundry room, all on the south side of the house. In other words, there's only an 8-inch block from the laundry room to the outside, an 8-inch block from the kitchen uh, sink to the outside, an 8-inch block from the bathroom, and from the half bath to the outside. So you don't have much that's not exposed.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's convenient myself. Maybe most people wouldn't appreciate that, but the more accessible something is, the easier it is to work on.
Right. Okay. Gerald, if we can get you a price that you were happy with, I mean, are you ready to start the process today?
Oh yeah, I'll be ready to close Monday if you want to start today.
I got you.
Tenants 30. It's a month-to-month tenancy. The woman knows she's going to
Mm-hmm.
have to leave because I had this other buyer, and I had him give her the phone number, and they met, and he took pictures and had contractors go in and everything. But I'm just not coming down on my price.
Tell me a little bit more about what happened with that deal. Was that this year?
With what, sir?
Yeah, what happened with that deal? Why did it fall through?
Well,
You said.
they backed out. Well, actually, it was a guy who had a full-time job. Part-time, he was looking at getting homes for speculators, and then he would contact the investors and try to sell it to them. I don't know what he was asking for a commission or whatever, but he had said he had 3 of them on this, and I never talked to either of the investors. They all backed out. I suspected that he wasn't going to make enough profit. They were trying to squeeze him out. Although I have in the past, I've had dealings with him, where they'll get you into a contract so all of the other vultures don't leave you alone. And then they'll go and get the inspection, and they'll always find something they want done for the inspection. Maybe you need a new AC system. So I always have as is condition, and they come back and say, "Oh, it needs a new condition, air conditioner." I said, "Well, did you read the contract? As is condition. That's not a reason for you to get out of this contract because it's an as is condition."
Yeah, I mean, what happens a lot is I mean, this is what I've seen as long as I've been around real estate is people come in, they tell you a price that sounds good to you, and then their sole intention is to come back on plan on coming back on their price once they
Oh
get
yeah,
some
they
kind
want
of
to come.
document in
Yeah,
place.
you're right. You got it.
It's
They
tough
just want to
because
tie you up so they can come back and whittle it down.
yeah, what I always tell any homeowner that we're working with, I say, look, I'll give you the number that I know we need to be at and we can get this done at for you. You may not like to hear it, but I'm gonna tell you where we need to be.
Well, don't tell
And
me if I'm not going to like it.
well, I mean,
I want to tell you something. Okay, only reason I'm
talk
selling
to
this
me.
house, I've
Okay.
already sold my others,
Uh-huh.
is because I had heart surgery April 15th, and I just last week I made. I don't know if I just got through telling you this or not, but I already made my funeral home pre-need, requirements, and already bought the funeral home, the cemetery lots, everything. So I'm ready to go. I told my wife when I had this surgery, I says they're going to put me to sleep, and when I wake up, I'm either going to see your face or face of Jesus,
Oh
one or the
my
other.
goodness. Why you gotta hit me with that? That's
So,
so heavy, Gerald.
well,
That's
it's coming to us all one day, and I have already been to the precipice one time, and so it's really not that scary.
yeah, I'm with you. And yeah, I completely respect your view on that. I'll tell you a quick story about a friend I had. He was uh well, for almost three times my age. I met him a couple years ago, delivering groceries to his house, and we became good friends. He wanted me to just hang around, just to have somebody young that he can kind of take under his wing, and um, he taught me. He wanted to teach me how to weld, how to do woodwork. His garage was his tool shop. It was his workspace. He was in there every single day.
Well, that's
I
good. That guy
I
could do anything, probably. Hey,
anything. When
that
I
guy
tell
could have
you
probably done
anything,
anything.
he
Yeah.
built he helped me with projects that I was working on. I helped him do some
Yeah.
projects. We put together, we built his own adjustable desk. He put all his little modifications on there. And then Gerald, out of nowhere, he found out that he had a bladder infection, which turned out to be um, cancer
Cancer.
in his bladder,
Yep.
and his life
Yep.
quickly took a turn. And within, I think,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 months, it was over. But and he passed. He ended up passing away. But he
You know
had the
what
same.
I tell you with my situation,
Yeah.
I complained to the doctor that I was weak and I just didn't have
Uh huh.
any energy,
Uh huh.
and so he sent me to the cardiologist, and the cardiologist gave me a nuclear stress test and another echocardiogram. And he got through with that, and he says, "Your heart's in good shape." So a couple of months later, I go back to the doctor and I says, I am still weak. I don't have any strength. So he sent me to a diagnostic center and had me do a CTA, which was a heart angiogram.
Sure.
And uh, the I finished with
Joey,
that,
this
and
is
got
the
in my
stuff
car
right here,
and was driving
right?
home. And
I've
I
been
hadn't even got
practicing
home yet.
listening more
And the doctor
versus just
called.
going through the script, man. You
The
could tell this
radiologist
seller
called the doctor, and the
from the
doctor
get go, he
called
started
me,
telling me about the
told me I
condition of the
need to get to the
property, this, that, and
cardiologist
the
right
other.
away.
I finally got around to
And I had a
asking him
massive blockage
if we
in my
agree on a price,
widowmaker
can we move
artery.
forward? And then one question
And that's enough to
opened
scare you
everything
because
up,
if
and
you
that
get a
was
heart
the
attack
when
there,
I asked him
you
about
don't stand a chance. That's
the
why they call it the
situation with
widowmaker.
the
Well,
past
anyway, and so
life
I go for catheterization
that he
where
was
they
in
go up and
contract
look
with.
with
Now
the
look where we're
camera,
at, right?
and they
So
have a stent
I'm
right
not gonna
there
put
so
a
they can
stop
put a
to this
stent
and be
in.
like, hey, are you the only one on the deed?
So I'm at this
So
one
we're
hospital, and
talking.
they go
So
up
I don't want to be
and they're ready to
criticized
put
for
the
this,
stent
man.
in, but he looks
But
and
He
It's such
definitely
a
motivated
dangerous
in terms
spot.
of
If
like
anything went wrong, he
he
didn't
doesn't
have
want his property.
anything, any backup
I'll just tell him straight up, look, I'm not
equipment.
trying to beat you up
So
on
this was
price.
at the Advent
We're
Hospital
people who come in, we fix and flip
on
properties. I know that
on
this is the
Drewsbury
price we need to
Downs.
be
So
at.
then he
These guys
called
probably
the
try to come back
ambulance
on
and
their
they
price and
transferred
backed
me
out
to
because
the
that's where they
Tippin
need to
Heart
be
Center
at. That's just
on
what it
Drewsbury
comes down
Downs,
to.
another Advent
Try
hospital.
to lock them in for like
And I was
205,
there,
210.
and Dr. Diaz did another uh, uh, exam with a
Uh-huh.
catheter. And this time he went up. The first time they went up my wrist. This time he went up my groin, and he came out and he says, "Well, where your blockage is right at a turning point that we can't do it. We can't put a stent in because it would block something else. And in addition, you've got significant calcification and blockage on the other side of this blockage that didn't show up. We found this by sonogram. Sonogram. So anyway, my only option was heart surgery. So they gave me heart surgery. I got double bypass.
Mm-hmm.
So the doctor told me, he says that when I die, it's not going to be because of my heart. So
Oh wow.
that sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds
It
good.
just makes you look for cancer more often.
Yeah. Listen, when you have people
So
around you
anyway,
that have had cancer and like I
yeah,
have,
you look at the,
it's
yeah,
something that you kind of just pay attention to. It kind of gets built into you subconsciously. Because my mom,
yeah,
she's
yeah,
a breast cancer survivor. And then two of her sisters are breast cancer survivors. So
yeah. Well, I've got to go. I got an appointment on the 1st of October for with with a dermatologist to get this cancer off my ear. Yeah.
yeah, well, I hope all goes well. Sounds like everything's going good. So that's good news. um,
Well, I'm not really worried too much now about this property because I know it's going to sell good. I don't have to sell it before I die.
right.
But the others I wanted to get rid of, while I could.
Uh huh.
But this one's the least of my worries, you
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I were to redo it, I've remodeled them and sold them before. If I would change every interior door, I'd change the exterior doors. It's about 150 a door plus $200 a day for the guy, the
Right.
the
Right.
carpenter. He can change out 3 of them in a day.
Uh huh.
So you got and then the closet doors, change those. Front door, $386 for a good oval glass, stained glass door.
Mm-hmm.
Then the rear garage door is about $250. Then about 6,000 for the windows, about 5,000 for new tile. Uh, Kitchen cabinets, 10 to 15,000. Uh, and then of course your regular painting and stuff. And then you got it. So you get $50,000 in this house, and you got a house that's going to explode on the market.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like you got it all figured out. Gerald, is there anybody else? I know you said you got your wife. Does she need to be part of this call with us if we're talking about
No,
getting
no, no. I'll take care of the call, but she will be required to sign.
understood? Okay. Um, man, I mean, you've made my process pretty simple. Typically, the way we work is obviously I get all the details of the property. I ask a few questions, and then once I have everything that I need,
Hmm.
pretty much get you an offer on the call. And then if you and I ended up agreeing on a price, I put an agreement together. I email it to you. We would go over it line by line, and as
Yeah.
long as you and I
Well,
were both good
you're
with
not
everything
going
there,
to. You and I won't. Yeah, you and I won't be able to put together a price without you talking to your investor, because you've got a formula you go by, and you're able to negotiate on according to the results of that formula. I forget what it is. A couple of the guys told me the formula. I don't know if they went to school to get this or not. But anyway,
I
usually it
don't think
takes
they had to go
the
to school
investor
for it.
himself pardon?
I said I don't think any of these guys had to go to school for that.
Well, they
It's
had a
pretty
formula
basic.
they used. It was an algebraic formula.
Yeah, I mean
Uh,
it's pretty simple. I
it,
mean, you look at the property that you sold and somebody bought it and they flipped it
yeah,
and it sold for 325 on the market. Um, you obviously back out you, the renovations, realtor commissions, closing costs because that's what we pay when we list it. We use a realtor to put it on the
yeah.
market. We pay closing costs. We pay the realtor. Obviously, we spent 40, $50,000 on the renovations. Um, and then obviously our profit, like how much money do we need to make to be able to stay afloat as a company, and then boom, then that outspits our number for the most part. So it's pretty simple. You don't need to go to school for it. But I do have
Well,
a
you can probably listen. I don't know if you're from this area. I think you said you were from out of town, but this area is so hot. You don't need a realtor for the area. You just drive by and look at the realtor signs, call them up, tell them you're a homeowner and you got a property you want to sell, you don't want to list, and then you end up paying half the commission, or you just put it in the multiple listings yourself and avoid any commissions whatsoever.
yeah. I mean,
Like
we
I say,
work in
it's
Tampa.
1 mile from.
We have one to two agents that we work with, and so obviously we want to keep business going for them. So yeah, we just follow the same procedure on pretty much every single property. You
Yeah.
know, I mean everybody's got a family to feed, if that makes sense. But yeah. So I mean you kind of been through the process, Gerald. You pretty much told me almost everything about the property. How's the foundation and the structure?
It's concrete blocks, good foundation. It's good foundation. No sinkholes. It's in a dry orange grove area, so there's no muck ponds around. Causes out the foundation to crack. So it's a good area.
Okay. And then roof HVAC, we got that covered. PVC. When was the PVC done? Like was all the plumbing redone recently?
No, no, no. The house is not old enough to have all the plumbing done, but it does have cast iron plumbing on the interior. Any
Okay.
house older than they didn't start using PVC until the mid '70s. So if you got a house that was built prior to the mid '70s, it's going to have cast iron interior piping. So this is cast iron interior piping. Now I had it all converted to PVC uh, right outside the back of the house because the sewer is in the back. The line is in the back of the house.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the laundry room, the back of the house, 8-inch block separating the interior from the exterior. You got the kitchen, the back of the house, 8-inch block separating the interior from the exterior, and you got the master bath, and you got the full bath on the back of the house, 8-inch block separating the interior from the exterior. So I got the PVC pipe coming from the exterior going to the main PVC drive to the city of Tampa sewer.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, I did that because it's easy when you got rental property. You don't want to have to pay a plumber every time you turn around. So once I recognized the potential problem, I got it taken care of right away.
Yeah, I mean you know the drill. You had property, so yeah, I mean you know how it goes. That's exactly how
Yeah.
it goes. The electrical. What's the age of the electrical? Is it all original?
It's original. Everything's original on the house except the kitchen cabinets. They were replaced. I probably replaced them in the mid '80s when I bought it,
Okay. Okay. Anything with the bathrooms and
but
bathroom need to be updated?
they still need replacing. Pardon?
Bathrooms need to be updated.
Do the bathrooms need to be updated, right? If I were you, I would go online and go to the video of the interior and exterior of 1820 Heather.
Oh yeah, I
It's the
did.
same floor plan.
They did
Same floor
everything.
plan. It will show you how the interior could be converted. They did a marvelous job on that.
Yeah, they did.
And I haven't. I'm gonna matter of fact, I'm gonna call up the buyer of that property, not the current buyer, but the guy I sold it to, and tell him that Marby's available now. I told him I was going to because he can use the same everything for this house that he did on Harvey. I mean, on
Now, why would you call him up when you're working with me right now? Come on, Gerald.
well, you said you're
It's
going to
like a
get back
blow to
with
the
me this
face.
afternoon.
No,
You're going to
no.
get back with me this afternoon,
I'm gonna
right?
get no. I'm gonna get you an offer on this call.
Well, then
Re-
after the
I,
offer, if I don't take it, then I'm going to call him.
yeah, you call him up and tell him if we can't work
Hmm.
something out, I can't be mad at you at that, right? But
Yeah,
let's do this.
but
Give me.
you're not going to be able to work anything out unless you talk to your investor,
I got my
and you
partner.
probably.
He's in the same building as me. So,
Oh, is
he's
that,
already
well,
got
that's good.
yeah, he's
Where's
already
your
got
office
the
located?
address. He's already got the oh, on me. I'm in California, but we're based out of New Jersey, and we're in the New Jersey market and Florida market and
Okay,
Texas. Those are the three markets that we acquire properties in, not California.
okay.
And I'm sure you can imagine why. I'm not mad at it, you know. Although there are a couple properties around me that I've had my eye on and I'm working them. But this is a really
Yeah.
California is a really tough market. It's expensive. It's expensive to do marketing. It's crazy. Um, but profit
Florida's the
margins
best
are
place to be.
profit margins out here. If you can buy it right, oh man, you'll be set.
Yeah, and it's going to go up. Interest rate's going to go down another 2% within the next 30, 60 days, and then it's probably going to go down. It may go down another 2% after the election.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I say
We'll
2%,
see.
0.2%.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, and
But
then Harris is going to give everybody $50,000, new homeowners. Uh, in other words, you and I are going to be doing it through our taxes because
right,
they have to raise taxes.
correct, exactly. Gerald, give me 2 seconds. Stay on the phone with me while I get see what we can get approved for, and then I'll come back
Okay,
on here. I'm gonna just mute my mic for a second, and then I'll be back and I'll
okay,
let you know what we got. Okay?
all right, sounds good.
Be right back with you. Okay. So built some rapport. We almost 30 minutes in. He's cool. I'm gonna talk to him straight up. Gerald, you sold this one for 210. It didn't need a roof, or it needed a roof. Sorry, but the fact of the matter is, if we could sell this one for 325, we put 50 into it. I'm just gonna do these numbers because I'd be 325 minus 50 minus. If we're gonna spend 50, how much do you think we want to make, right? Let's just say 30. Shit, even 30, right? We're already at 245. 30, and then we still haven't even paid closing cost realtor commissions, which is 22, puts us at 223, and then maybe 10 fee. So that puts us around, man, we're at like 205, 210. You got to remember, this is if everything goes perfect. If everything went perfect, this is what we'd be looking at, right? If we can sell it for, that we can sell it for 325. I believe we'll have to spend every bit of that 50,000 here, right? It doesn't need a roof, but it needs everything else. Um, and we'll be able to get 325 on the back end, but again, we're going to spend 50,000. Now, the reason these guys came down on a number is because they had to be at a lower number for this to make sense. At 240, we're losing money, right? Literally. If we want a profit, we got to be at, we have to be, well, oh shit. Why did these numbers come back? Hmm. Oh, holding costs. I didn't factor in holding costs. Yeah, we got to be closer to 200. But this will be a done deal. Done deal. You guys ready? Let's do this. So we know logic, pain. Look, I know you got your wife in there. Okay, let's hit it, bro.
Hello?
Yeah, hey, you there, Gerald?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. So as promised, team was able to come up with an offer. Now you and me, we already went over some of this stuff. You and I both know that this can sell for 325 once it's all the way done. And I believe obviously we're gonna have to spend every bit of that 50,000 to get it up to um the property that you had on Heather Ave. Um Now we can get this done for you. You know, obviously it'd be a cash deal, obviously, right? I mean, you kind of been through that. And I mean, I don't know how many more phone calls you want to take from, from guys like me. I know you got the other guy you can call up that bought your last property, but I can tell you, the reason the other guys kind of probably try to, I don't know what they had it, you guys were in contract for, but they probably had to come down on their price a little bit just because deal probably wouldn't make sense at the 265 number that you're looking to get. But man, I just know you got bigger and better things to worry about, Gerald. You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
probably want to put this behind you. It's just, one of your last properties that you said you have. I've been there, done that with homeowners similar, similar to you, who's just trying to get rid of their properties.
Yeah.
But
What's the guy's offer?
I mean, we'd be able to we'd have to be, if this was going to work for us, we have to be around 200 to 205.
Yeah. Well, you're really wasting my time. Okay.
I mean, you said two.
You're really wasting my time, and I don't want to counter that. It's too embarrassing for me to even think you come back with an
I mean,
offer
where
that
will you
low.
have to be at though, Gerald? If
Well,
this was
I've
going to
already
make
told
sense
you
for you
where. I already told you where.
at 265.
Yeah, well, what do you think you could? How close do you think you can get to 265?
So based on, I mean, if it can sell for 325 and we put 50 into it after closing costs, realtor commissions, and then holding the property for 2 to 3 months to get the job done, 260, we're probably losing. We're in red. We'd be losing money at 260. Like that's way out of our range if this was gonna work for a cash deal. Like the way the numbers
Yeah.
just come back and the work that we need to do, like literally even at the 200 or 205, like there's there's some profit there, but like it's still kind of cutting it close. Like if everything went
Yeah.
perfectly on the
Yeah.
job,
I think we're going to be too far apart. I would rather just discontinue this conversation. Okay.
what do
Been
you
nice
think the other?
talking to you though,
Well,
and
Gerald,
you have a very,
uh,
very good day.
before I let you go, or before you let me go, what do you think the other guy's
Okay.
gonna pay? What do you think the other guy will say? The guy you sold
You
your other
know,
property to.
the longer I hold on to this property, the more money it's going to get me.
Right.
I mean, everything's going up. Things aren't going down over here. The things are going up.
No, I mean real estate's always pretty much going up, so I don't disagree with you there, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't come here
Well,
to waste your time.
you got one right down the road from Marvy that's listed for 400, let's say 400 and something. And that is way overpriced. But it's got a swimming pool,
Yeah,
but you'll see it. I think it's about 1811 Marvy is
yeah.
what it is, and it doesn't even have a garage. It's got a carport.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even have a tilted. It doesn't have an A-frame roof. It's got a slanted roof,
Yeah,
and it doesn't have dimensional shingles. It has rolled roofing for the roof.
yeah. I
But
like the one
you
on
know
Heather
that
Ave. That one is identical to your property. It just sold in
yeah,
3 months.
the
That's the
floor plan is
best.
identical. Yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
that's the one that we're going off of. And typically we like to
Yeah, well,
have.
I talked to the guy who bought it from me
Yeah.
after he finished it, and he told me they were trying to get by without putting a roof on it, but I knew they were going to need one.
Yep.
Insurance company's going to require it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the he said they had it appraised at 320,000.
Yeah.
So
So they sold it for 325. Yeah, I mean, I know you don't want us to lose money on this, Gerald. I want this to be a situation where you're winning and we're making money. And
Yeah.
I mean, 265 we're losing money, 250 we're losing money, 240. The way the numbers come out, like I know, well, I'm not sure how you kind of calculate it or whatnot, but I just want to put something together that works for you. And if we can't put something together, that's okay. But I'm just kind of letting you know where we need to be at for this to make sense for us. I mean, with that being said, like I know that you don't want to obviously let this go for too low of a price that you're not going to be able to, you know, sleep at night, or you're going to be bothered by, oh, I shouldn't have sold my house for that price. I mean, how much better can you do? How much closer can you come to our number so that we can just get this done with and you can put it behind
I
you?
don't know. I could probably come down to 255.
Because I say you just forget about these other guys. I don't know what went on with that situation.
Yeah.
I don't know what number they tried to come down to after telling you a much
Hmm.
probably a much higher number that they couldn't do.
I tell you what you do. I tell you what you do. And
What's up?
instead of you trying to whittle me down, and me trying to whittle you up, you get with your investor and give me the best good faith offer you can make. Okay?
That
Because
I
I've got to
gave it
go
to
right
you.
now.
That's
But then
uh,
we're way too far off. We're wasting our time.
so. What's a number you
If
will
that's your
consider?
best, if that's your best good faith offer, I don't want you to make an offer that's not in good faith. If you can't make a good faith offer more than that, we're way off.
No,
We're
we're
way
definitely
off.
way off. I mean, 250. Yeah, I mean we're
You
at
tell me,
205.
if you can go more, if you can go more than that, tell me what you can go at.
I mean, I can definitely say it's gonna be under like 215. I can
Well,
absolutely guarantee
then
that.
we're way off. Then
Okay, I
we're way
respect it.
off. We're
I
way off.
respect it.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I
yeah.
appreciate your
I had
time.
a guy. Yeah. All right, sir. Listen, good talking to you though. Take care.
All right, Gerald. I
You
appreciate
change
your
your
time.
mind. You change your mind. Get back with me. Okay.
I can't. I mean, we wouldn't make any. We'd lose money at anything over those numbers. That's. It's not a matter of like we want to do this. We can do it for a higher price. It's we just can't do it for a higher price. I mean, it's just as simple as that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It sounds good. I understand.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
want you to lose money. You have a good day now. Take care.
When
Bye
can
bye.
I follow up with you, Gerald?
Oh, you can follow up with me next week if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. So there's no possible way you'll consider anything
And
around the numbers that I gave you.
unless you redo your figures and give me a good faith offer significantly higher than 205.
Yeah, I mean, I think unless you can come closer to our numbers, I don't see it obviously, us being able to put anything together. If I'm just being honest with you.
Well, if I came down at all, it would be closer to your number. If you came up at all, it'd be closer to my number. So the question is,
Yeah.
how close? So you
Yeah.
need to get with your investor and start squeezing numbers and seeing what you can come up with.
I can only squeeze them so much, and yeah, I mean that's where we're
And
at. Uh,
you can't have a better comp than the one on Heather.
no, that's the best
I mean,
comp. That's why I'm saying like
it just sold the exact same floor plan, the exact same square footage, except for I told you it Marvy doesn't have the sliding glass door. It's got a wall with a window, and it's got a dining area there. Whereas the Heather had just a dining area, glass sliding doors, had nothing on the outside of the doors, no patio or anything.
if
But
we bought this, let
but
me
otherwise, it's the same floor plan.
if we got this at if we gave you 220 for this, right? And this is just I'm just telling you about even if we did 220, right? Which is still I know lower than your number, but if we did 220, put 50 into it, we're at 270, right? We have holding
Yeah.
costs, we have realtor commissions, and then we have closing costs. Okay. So in a perfect world, if everything went right and there was no additional work that needed to be done or anything unexpected happened, like we're so close to making nothing on this that if one thing went wrong, all of our profit went out goes out the window even at 220.
Well,
If we sold it for
I don't know
325.
why you would, they never had a real estate sign on any of these other
Mhm.
properties. I don't know how they sold it without going through a realtor, but they did. But you're trying to sell me on a real estate commission, which is not an absolute necessity.
I mean, if we want to sell it for 325, we gotta put it on the market for everybody to see. They listed theirs.
Well, if you do a lot of business in this area, you've already got contacts. You don't need a realtor.
They listed it for sale in May. It was only on the market for a few days and it sold like a hot cake out the oven, right? But they put it on the market, like, right?
Yeah.
So like
They
it's
had to
gonna go
take
on
and
the
remodel it first. I mean, they
yeah.
didn't just you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They listed it for sale in May, and then within 3 week, 4 week, 1 month, it was sold, right? So the
Yeah.
game,
Hmm.
the way it goes is no matter how we cut it, we're gonna put it on the market because that's our best shot of getting the
Yeah.
highest offer.
I think they probably had to put the roof on last because when I talked to the buyer, he said we thought we could get by without a new roof, but we had to put one on. So I think that came last.
Yeah, they were
But
they were trying to make sure that they can make money on it and be a good deal, and they knew what they needed to do. They need to put a roof on it.
yeah,
So, but yeah, I mean, you sold your other one for 210, and I kind of get where you're at. Like this one doesn't need a roof, right?
yeah,
But it
doesn't
still
need an
needs
AC unit.
doesn't need AC unit, but it still needs about 50 grand of work.
So you're about $20,000 there. Roof and the AC unit. Are you there?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I mean, I don't think we're too far off, but
Well, I need you to do is I got things to do. You get with
I'm
your
with you,
investor,
Gerald.
and
Yeah,
you get more. You give me a good faith offer and come back with me, okay?
yeah. I mean, I gave you our offer, Gerald. That's where we'd have to be, unfortunately, man. I
Well,
definitely,
then
I definitely get it, and
that's fine because I'm not going to
yeah,
countermand that.
I
I'm not
respect
going to
it.
counter that.
I
It's
respect
too
it.
low.
Well, if
You
anything
get ready
changes,
to
I'll
give me a
give you a
better good
buzz.
faith offer, then get back with me, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you take care with
All
everything,
right, sir.
okay?
You have a good day now. Take
I
care. Bye
appreciate
bye.
it. Boom, 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 boom. That pisses me off. That pisses me off. Of course not. 40-minute call. I didn't have to go over realtor commissions, closing costs, and say this is our offer. How much better could you do? Because he already knows that. So, um, this he only went down to like 250, 255. Okay, I need to sit down. Reason being, I'm just gonna fucking irritate it. I definitely need some music in my ears because I just got pissed off. Shorty tweaking. She need to cool down. Shorty tweaking. She need to cool down. Hey, Mauricio. Uh, yo, I don't know. Smartphone is smartphone is big tweaking, bro. Uh, yeah, right. Yo, what? Can you tell me what phone number you're using really quick? Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. All right. We good. Yeah, I'm getting messages on my phone, on smartphone, but they're not coming through on my laptop, smartphone on my computer for whatever reason. Yeah, calls come through. Uh-huh. Yeah. Ah.
Hi, you reached Duncan. I'm busy. Please leave me a message.
Started wrestling. Shit, whatever help
Call
you
has been
sleep at night.
forwarded to
My
voicemail.
bad, y'all. I
The
got my
person
shit
you're
on
trying to
loud.
reach is not available. At the tone, please
We can
record your
get it
message. When you
in,
have
yeah.
finished recording, you may hang up.
Hustling, they constantly hate. No time to be patient. I found a way to be. Life is as raw as you make it. I'm running my
Has
demons
been forwarded
behind.
to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is
Phone, I'm calling my mama. Finna ride ya. Damn, Discord taking up hella shit. Fuck around and go and get some money. Looking like a dummy. Shit, whatever help you sleep at night. We gon' we gon' yeah. But wonder we can get it in. In the worst way. Murder a murder case. Fill a nigga up with lead and watch him burn away. Oh, about to go party and get paid looking like a dummy. Shit, whatever help you sleep at night. We gon' sin again. We can get it in. Yeah. Damn, boy, I need to go ahead and find a guy. Damn. See if I can find this audio book. Fuck. There we go. Copy message link. Oh, I got my seeds, baby. Oh shit, I gotta close down. Piss off. For the shit crash. I'm about my motherfucking bread. Boy, that boy an animal. I be making plays. And I'm ready to go. I'm screaming, fuck 12. We don't fuck with you. Stephon Diggs, nigga. He ain't got no motion. Young nigga thinking on fuck niggas. We gonna get some, yeah. The fuck is this? I'm with Corn Relation. That fuck nigga snapping. I'm the phone bandit. Pocket be on jumbo. Slap wood full of gumbo. Bitch, I'm up in rain. Cap one time you done for. Slap wood full of gumbo. About my motherfucking bread. He's a whole goat. Look like a head coach. Don't fuck with pigs, nigga. Stephon Diggs, nigga. Let me pop my shit. 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 Pop my shit. Let me pop my shit.
call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Hi, Marsha.
Hey, what you doing?
Hmm.
Oh, I forgot this is my voicemail.
You're been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 864. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
What up?
Yeah, I seen that. I seen you just called him. Yo, do you know how to redact the
What you mean?
on the purchase price? How I did it last time? I don't remember how I did that shit though.
Uh, oh, you're trying to send a copy of it?
Hold on. What are you saying, Joey? Yeah, I got it open. No, it opens up as a PDF. I'm trying to get this shit into Word. Okay. No, I know that. But how do I get it into the drive? Is it when I press download? It just on the file. Blank document, so to press new. Google Docs. You know. Open file. DNS, yeah. I opened that shit up, but it's still open. So press new, right?
Hello, you've reached Virginia Lunsford. Please leave a message and I'll call you back as soon as possible.
I'm on the phone with Joey. Yeah. Oh, you good? I think so.
Hello, you've reached Virginia Lunsford.
Or what? DNS phone over. Sorry, Joey's talking. The original PNS, the purchase price. Now open and Joey.
mailbox belonging to
Jesse.
box belonging to
Oh my god, I was doing it on the fucking. It says selected file. No, it didn't work. Supported for upload. Selected files not supported for upload. Where do you see browse? So it's right here, but it doesn't let me click it. Can you see it? Look at, like it's right here, but it's not clickable. This is my look at download. Let me see if I can. Yeah, Junior's back. Yeah, Junior, you can hear me? Yes, sir. Yep. You wanna walk me through that for a second? Give me a moment. And look at this shit, Joey. I might share this there, share my screen. So original purchase price, you wanna redact the 140? Correct. Redact 140. So Joey, you want us to basically get it redacted and then shoot it over to that email you sent me? Do we have a title commitment? Do you have a title commitment, Junior, for Melbourne? No, we never got a title commitment. No. Well, that's only when they as soon as they get EMD, then they give us a title commitment. He said when we get EMD, that's when we get the title commitment. You're gonna be able to redact it, Junior? Joey's asking. Yeah, he said he's gonna work on it right now. And Joey said he's about to call Ken over it, but yeah. Second, I gotta get to 1 minute. It's a shit show right now. Deals always with these fucking memes.
So what's the latest on the Melbourne deal?
So there's definitely a lien, but it's not for 250. So I'm trying to get that shit figured out right now. That's why I need this shit redacted. so I could email it over to the type of lady who actually found the lien. And then I don't know why. We're trying to get all this shit figured out today, so if it's possible to still close next week.
But is the buyer still? I saw the messages. Is the buyer back out of the deal completely, or?
And it's from the bird dog. I spoke to the buyer like right before that lady sent me the message, and he said if we could figure it out, it would be good to go. And she sent me that shit like 10 minutes after.
She's a fucking goofball.
That was some crazy shit. I didn't reply to her. Until they're aware of how to get there. I'm in here now. I'm just curious how Cypress didn't pick that shit up.
They always do that shit.
Thanks.
And they got the nerve to talk shit about us and complain and that, like, come on, bro.
You guys did that shit to us.
Maybe they're doing that shit on purpose.
The data on the freaking title on that title list, that was fucking crazy too. Like some of it was incorrect. Nobody checked into anything. I was like, zero. And see what I got here. A mellow one. We got mellow. Want me to send it to you? What are you doing with it, mellow? You can send it to me, or you can send it straight to the lady that Joey needs to send to. It's up to you. I'll send it to you. See what it looks like. Redacted. Original redacted. Bam. What does CC mean? Copying that shit just like a group chat on email. It's like if I send a direct copy to you, Joey, myself, and anybody else can get a carbon copy. If I don't want you to see who's receiving that copy, they put it on BCC, which is blind carbon copy. So never redacted. All right. No. It's easy to do this, probably. Once you get into it. Show me one day that you're not too busy. Most definitely. Check your email, brother. Yes, if you can see anything in there. The original contract with the DocuSign date, DocuSign info.
To voicemail. The person you're trying to reach. Has been forwarded to voicemail. The
Welcome, man. Yeah, you're welcome, man. I'm always listening. Awesome.
Wow. Hi, this is Marshall.
Yeah. How are
Hey,
you?
Mark. I'm doing fine. How you doing today?
I'm okay. Just waiting on the hurricane to come in.
When is that happening?
So that tonight, this evening. Where are you at?
Uh-oh. I work from I live in California, so we don't
Oh
get
no,
any.
no, we're
Yeah, I
down here
miss.
waiting on the hurricane.
Is it gonna? How bad is it gonna be?
I don't think it's gonna be real bad,
Mm-hmm.
but you never know. You know.
You can never be too sure. You can never be too careful.
That's right.
Yeah, we do a lot of real estate deals in South Carolina, North Carolina, and we have worked with a lot of homeowners who in Florida too, who've they got the hurricane situations going on a lot of times. But
Right.
yeah, stay safe over there. Are you guys the property in Centerville? Are you guys looking to sell that one?
Yeah. I'm. But yeah, I am. But it depends on my golfer. I've got to get. What do y'all do? Come in and build stuff on them or what?
So yeah, I mean it all kind of depends. Typically what's right up our alley is we fix and flip, we buy
Oh,
and
okay.
hold rentals, and then if we're dealing with desirable land, because
Uh huh.
we're in Texas, big time in Texas, and so like when we're dealing with desirable land, um,
Uh huh.
we consider doing some developing on it, but I don't know that we would do any developing or building over in where this property is situated at. I would probably just be
Uh
looking
huh.
at this to come in either as a cash deal and do a quick flip or something else. Um,
I mean, do y'all do anything like businesses or anything like that?
you know what? That's a great question. We dibble, we dabble a little bit into it. Um, like we have one now that it's like a mixed use building, and
Uh huh.
we're kind of gathering some partners on it to see, uh, kind of what we're gonna do with it, if you know what I mean. So it just again, it all depends on location, depends on if it would make sense for. It's got to make sense for us. We're investors, right? So like we're looking at everything through the lens of how can we make money? Is there money to be made on this? If so, how much? If that makes sense.
I will tell you something that would be really great there. If I had the money, I'd do it. It's one of those car washes, as you drive through, 'cause it's right
What
on the highway.
which property are we referring to? The one you guys are looking to sell?
Mhm. Yeah, it's right
Okay.
on the highway. Highway 4, and it would do awesome there. But I don't have the money to do it.
So okay, so the property is what's on the actual property?
Two, two houses that you could flip that need work.
Okay. So two houses are on the property, but you're talking about okay, you're saying if you had the money, you would build a car wash and put it on the property?
Yep. Yeah, one of those drive-through ones.
Uh-huh. Gotcha. That's interesting. Okay.
Oh yeah, it would do really good there because people around here like to keep their vehicles clean, and it's got a lot of gravel roads and all that kind of stuff around here.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely we'll definitely probably be looking at this as just a flip.
Mhm.
Um, so that's kind of how we analyze and evaluate all of our properties and our deals that we come across. How much were
Mhm.
you guys, how much are you looking to get for the property?
Probably 75, and
If
it's
I can,
what it is. It's 2 acres, and it's got a house on each acre.
Are they separate lots? Is it one lot or is it separate parcels?
Oh, five separate, but I don't know both, you know.
I'm sorry, say that again. You kind of broke up on me.
Hold on. They're separate, but I own them both.
Okay.
You hear that?
Yeah, they're separate, but you own both of them.
Yes.
Each house
And it also
has
has
an
a.
acre.
hmm It also has a big shed, nice shed on it that I had. I had a trailer that time. I had a shed built over it, a really nice one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If I can get you a price, Marcia, that made you happy, are you ready to start the process with paperwork today?
Probably well, not today, but in the next, soon. Here's one thing that we may have a problem with, but I've got to call a lawyer and see because I had a sale for it a couple of years ago, and when they went to do the paperwork, one of the lots that I had bought from somebody else around here didn't have a clear title, but they said it would clear up in time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to call that lawyer and see if it's cleared up yet. It's not a lien or anything on it. They just never did whatever you got to do to get it off of there. The lien's been paid, whatever it was, and they never cleared it up though.
Okay.
It's a kind of a complicated situation. This really rich guy that lives around here had it, and evidently he was doing some kind of business stuff, and whoever his lawyer was got put in prison, and that's why it never got cleared up or something. I don't really know the whole story, but
So
all I know
is
is
it cleared or is it not cleared?
I'm gonna have to get back in touch with the lawyer and see because I had never gotten back with him to see if it's cleared or not. But I did lose that sale because of that, you know.
Okay. So you own both properties, your name is on them, but one of the two possibly does not have a clear title.
Right.
Okay. I'll make sure I notate that.
Okay.
Okay. So I kind of just want to reiterate if I was to get you a price that you were happy with, you're not are you would you be
Mhm.
ready to like at least start the paperwork on selling the property to us today?
Not today. I mean, like I said, I'm waiting on a hurricane to come in. I'm not doing anything today.
Right. So the paperwork is just like, hey, we agreed on a price, and then
Mhm.
I would email you an agreement that says you'd be selling us the property, we'd be buying the property from you. Here's the terms, here's the price. We're gonna, we plan to close in 60 days, 30 days, 90 days, whatever. It's basically just an agreement that says you're selling the property to us. Obviously, the actual process of things is we have to open up title, we have to come out, check out the property, take pictures, look at it,
Mhm. Mhm.
do what we need to do, get our contractors out there, and then after that's all said and done, which could take a few weeks, 30 days or so, then we'll say, okay, cool, like, Marcia, are you ready to pick a closing date? You'd say, yes, I
Right.
am. I'd say, okay, cool, because we're ready to go. And then we'd pick a closing date.
Mhm.
And then we would pick a day that we want to close. That's when you get paid. That's when
Mhm.
the possession of the property would change, the ownership would change from you to to us, our LLC or whatever LLC we're using. So when I
Mhm.
say start the process, I
Well,
just
no,
mean
I don't.
the paperwork.
I don't. I'm not going to do anything today as far as agreeing to anything till I
Okay.
talk to my lawyer and see what's going on with the land. You know.
Okay, how long do you think you need to talk to them? Because typically the way I like to work is I want to have a conversation with you. Um pretty much ask a few questions about the property, and then once I get everything that I need, I can get you an offer on like over the phone. And then if we agree on
Mhm.
a price, I'm like, okay, cool. Let me draw this up, go over everything together in that
Yeah.
agreement, and we wouldn't move forward and sign it until we're both good to go. So, but I want to make sure that before we do any of that, you're actually ready to make a decision to move forward and like start the process. So like,
I mean, yeah. Yeah. After I talk to my lawyer, which I should be able to talk to him in the next couple of days, hopefully, if the weather doesn't get too bad here.
okay, so maybe let's set up a call for either Friday, Saturday, or maybe Monday. Which day do you
Let's
think?
do it for let's do it for Monday because I don't really know unless but I'll keep your number and call you back if I talk to him before then.
Yeah, shoot me if you talk to them before then. Shoot me a text. Give me a heads up. I work best
Okay.
when we plan to set up a call versus just taking a call out of the blue, because I'm usually on the phones
Okay.
all day long, or I'm in an
That's
appointment or
another.
some.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay,
save your number though because if you've tried to call me in the past, I've got all unknown numbers blocked too. So
okay,
I'll just save your number in here.
okay.
Okay. Well,
Perfect.
we'll get back in touch with each other then.
And I'm
And
glad we was able to
but
touch
you
base,
have to come.
Marsha.
But you have to come look at it before you give me an actual
No,
offer.
no, if we, no,
Okay.
I don't have to do that. We'll come look at it after if we agree on a price. Um,
Okay.
I will kind of give you a heads up though too. Um, so when we do talk, I did look up like the population size.
Uh-huh.
This is this in I mean I did look up the population size. We've done stuff in Mississippi before, but it's in different areas, more populated areas. I can tell you that
Mhm.
in areas like this where it's a much lower population, um,
Mhm.
we it kind of like we have to be a little bit more cautious because again, right, we're looking at this as an investment property, and there's a lot more factors to consider when it's not maybe such a hot area. There's a lower population. I mean, the profit margins kind of start to thin out when we get into lower population areas. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so kind of just want to put that out there so when we have our conversation, you're not kind of like caught by surprise. You know what I mean? But we will be looking to make you a
Yeah.
cash offer on this. So I'll
Okay.
follow up with you Monday. Save my number so that yeah, we can talk then, okay? Does mornings
Okay.
or afternoons work better for you?
Around lunch, something like that.
Around
11.
lunch? Okay. I'll give you a
Mhm.
call then, okay, Marsha?
All right. Thank you.
All right, have a good one. Talk soon.
Bye bye.
I was like, bro, me and that dude, it's funny as shit. Like this whole thing is always some gossip. What's wrong with it, bro? Because people say shit about stand up. Exactly, bro. Like, it's a good fucking belief. People fucking pissing their pants talking about all this bullshit. But yeah, man, you're good. Anything else you need, bro? No. Always up there. Help. I gotta go. Still hey, Joey. Where's he based out of? I don't know. You can spit. I'll send that information over to Joey, bro. want to get quality shit. We want to make sure our shit's good on the front end. Like, we're gonna have to do that shit. You want to control everything, but if you don't, we gotta find the right people to do all the things. And, you know, I'm all about the rules that happens, right? But like, if we can find the right people to do all that shit, we can just focus on the money making activity. So, yeah. All right, I gotta talk to Daniel today. See if he's up for like that freaking ball someday. It's gonna be a big price.
Which one is that one?
Oh, dude. Vidor? Texas. Yeah, Vidor. Because, yeah, I gotta be under 100, closer to like 80, 85. He says that it's really this the mortgage, so we're gonna pay. Get the payoff statement for that. He said it was like somewhere around like 72 or some shit. But nobody wants to pocket money for, for moving and whatever else. But we'll see. He said he think about 85, 90 though. I mean, fuck, that's under 100. It's listed at 170. We got it under contract for 140. I mean, that's a 55 or $60,000 drop.
I know you got it though. You be hitting these sellers.
I planted the seeds on it, and then I got to call old wood guy from and see what he's thinking about that. You know, that 380, 385, 440. Yeah.
60 keys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just like one thing I really got to start really like tracking too is like, fuck, there's 2 days probably. Staying too long, bro. You might slip and miss something. Marketing, I gotta be. I'm gonna just enjoy it. Going forward, bro. If I can't get a hold of you, bro, I'm making a call with marketing. I'm dropping shit on there and rerunning campaigns after 30 days. Yeah, I'm gonna take that bitch on. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it over. I know. I gotta be. I'm always gonna be respectful because it's all his leads. You know what I mean? Like, sure, call. I'm gonna drop that bitch from 20,000 to 10, 15. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure I got your authorization. Like, yeah. Which one's mine? I wanna get that bitch moved, put money in my pocket. Take that money to pay for more leads.
How they move.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, like after 30 days, and then I get used to like, as I get used to like the services and learn how they work. That's the other thing, right? I wasn't really trained really well on that, so I'm figuring that shit out on my own. We got these top P services that we can run these rural. We need to be running the after watching Tony Moss videos. They literally push out anything that's rural shows outside the metros. They put that
Day one.
Day one. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So like everything I run.
Joey the other day too, and he's like, yeah, whatever. He just avoided it. Like, like, I just feel like, yo, that shit's gonna get so much more exposure for $150. There's not a cheaper than that.
Yeah, and I feel like working with the bro, feels like say no. They say no.
Scarcity side.
Yeah, we're not doing any favors. We're doing our team any favors, but we're not. We get so cool. I mean, we want to give it a try. They gotta get a discount or they get capture fees. Don't put it book market that bitch. I don't know, man. I guess we gotta be more persuasive. So,
Communication myself.
yeah, well, you got the JVs, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know you leave that he said, just like David, I knew the owner of Wisconsin. Like, it was interested in that. Man, sitting with freaking my foot. I think I said to him, like, you got a price for a lead, say I took a line from Brent. Is it speed and convenience? Convenience and price.
Speed and convenience or convenience.
It's still you can either have two of those three: speed, convenience, or price. Right? So what's more important to you? Speed and convenience, or convenience and price? Because if you want convenience and price, you're not going to get on speed. It might take a little while. If you want convenience and price or speed and convenience. One is like mostly wholesaling and get it at a discount. So if price was important to them, that's more like they finance them might take a little longer. But if they don't care about price and they want convenience and speed, that's a wholesale deal.
I see what Joey's saying. Yep. Yep. No, we don't got it yet because they don't send the title commitment till EMB's posted.
So can you put
Yep. You want to know how much money I put? Voice my venue break. Boy, Billy on the road. Finish line.
Hey, Will. Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
All same thing.
Is it? Are we doing it in 1 hour? I mean, 30 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yo, that I was eating peanuts and shit, and now you're over here eating the sunflower.
You said what?
I remember you talking shit, me eating the peanuts over here, and now you're over there eating sunflower.
Nah, bro. You was eating like fucking. What was you eating? Some almonds or something? Nah, bro. Nah, I can't do the mixture, bro.
What you doing on Saturday, bro?
I'm hanging out with you. Come on, bro. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be nice and caught up with everything, bro. I think we dive in there and fucking make calls and do some fucking app training and whatever, bro. Like, we gotta get some leads on the board.
Fuck, bro. I literally. Joey sent me the deal that we had, the JV we had with Angelo. He told me to go. He told me to go lock it up. Tell me why this fucking guy is asking more than what Angelo had it locked up for, and he would not fucking budge. So like Angelo had it locked for 240. He was trying to get 265 when I first called him. I went through all the bullshit with him really quick, and then we started talking, and he was the lowest he said he'd go is like 255. What the fuck is this guy? Come on, bro. So I,
Did you come in? Did you come in offer
eh,
though?
yeah, I made him an offer at fucking 205.
What do you say?
He almost hung up on me, but I kept him on the phone. But nah, he literally was like using our negotiation tactics. He's like, "How close can you come to my number?" You know. But yeah, I mean, he was firm at his number. He didn't budge. He wouldn't come down. He's like, we're way too far off. It's not gonna happen. I'm like, bro, look, we if even at fucking 220, we wouldn't be making any money. He's like, what's your best offer? You know, like, what would you guys come in and offer? Like, what's your best offer? I'm like, look, I know I can tell you right now, we got to be under 215. You know, so
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, he had it locked in at 230.
oh, did he?
Yeah, so yeah, bro, stick with that 215. If he's sitting there listening to you, knowing damn well this last contract fell through, if he knows over it enough, right, really goes down to what we were just talking about. What's really important to you right now? Like speed and convenience, or convenience and price?
That's what I try to talk to him too, cause
Is price important to you? So okay, well then we're not. This is not going to happen. We're looking at 60, 90-day close, and that's when you're talking about novation. If it was speed and convenience, right? They're not worried about price. That's when you come in at fucking a wholesale discount. They just want to get the fuck out, make it fast and easy, white glove service.
he definitely he definitely motivated. I mean, he went into how yeah he went into how he had open heart surgery. He's been planning. He's basically planning his funeral and shit. You know, but when we talked about that, I'm like, look, you got other things you're worrying about. I know you don't want to be worried about this. You know, like fuck those other guys. They came in, they tried to, play around with you and come down on their price or whatever. Like I told him from the get go, I'm like, I'm gonna tell you where we need to be. I'm not gonna bullshit you. And, our plan is to never come in and have to go back on our price. I'm gonna give you the price that we need to be at from the get go. So, but yeah, I try to get it done with him. He's motivated, but he's also firm at that price. He just probably gotta,
255.
man, makes no sense.
He said firm at 255.
Yep, he wouldn't budge. I was trying to see how much better he can do. What's the number that would make sense for him? I told him we can't come anywhere near 255, and he would not give me any other number.
Why is he selling? What are all the pain points? What's the reason why
He's
besides him being sick?
Yeah, so he's married. He's got his wife, but he was telling me that essentially, he's like kind of like he's ready to he said that he's basically planning his funeral. He's already kind of set everything up. He had open heart surgery just back in April. Um, he either had cancer or he has cancer. I can't remember, but he had a couple properties and he's been selling them. He literally sold one within the last year that's fucking right in the same neighborhood, and he sold it. He said this is his last property. This is this is last property. He sold his other one that's literally the same floor plan as the one he's selling now, and he sold it to an investor for 210,000. And the guy he sold it to flipped it and just sold it on the market 3 months ago for 325. So like we talked about all that, right? The numbers, what this looks like. How are you trying to sell this property for more than the other one you just sold? His reasoning is the other one needed a roof, this one doesn't, and this one also doesn't need a HVAC system. But I mean, yeah, I mean it still needs. He told me too, like it needs 50 grand of work.
Yeah, as far as condition, like the roof, the air conditioner, all that stuff's good. Foundation's good. All this shit's updated.
Nope. So needs a complete new kitchen. Bathroom's gonna be updated. Plumbing and electrical, that's all original to like 1970 or some shit. Only thing that is new is the roof and then the HVAC. Foundation's good and all that stuff, but it's likely still like a heavy cosmetic, probably even like a full gut.
Yeah. So yeah, probably a gut.
And he knows that. He told me like it needs $50,000 in work, and it's only 1,000 square foot property. So
Oh yeah, so it's 1,000 square foot. Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, bro, like, what's the ARV in the area, right? What's the ARV? I mean, I saw a property. I think pretty.
325,
325 is the
three.
ARV.
That the one that sold for 325 was his property. He sold it to an investor. He sold it to an investor. The guy flipped it, sold it 3 months ago for 325. It's fully renovated, with a brand new roof. Pictures are on there and everything, and it's the same exact floor plan as the one he's selling now. Heather Ave, 1820 Heather Ave.
Got it. So 325. Roughly times that by point what? 6. Good shot. That's 195, bro. Like he's still asking way too much.
Yeah.
That's way too much. But that's not even including the assignment, which will come in around 15, 20. Yeah, he's asking way too much. That's just way too much. I mean, I get where he's coming from. Like it could get that much, right? But shit, just he wants to sell though. It sounds like he's really wanting to sell the property.
Yeah. No, I'll probably just have to follow up with him. And he said he's gonna call the other guy that he sold his other property to and see if he wants to buy it. I say, what, you're gonna tell him 242 or 255? No, no investor's gonna make money at that number. They're gonna lose money.
Yeah, because his house sold at 325. Doesn't mean the next one. That one's 325.
Yeah, he's. Mm-hmm.
Same neighborhood. Oh yeah, man. I mean, if he's motivated, like, I mean, how soon does he want to close?
I mean, he said as soon as possible. He said he'd be ready to close next week.
So he's willing to close so.
But the thing is, yeah, I mean, it has tenants in there. There's tenants in there.
It's currently occupied by his tenant. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Are the tenant's gonna stay or no?
No. Yeah, he said he knows they got to move out. They're month to month, and he kind of touched on the agreement that he had with the other guy, which we know, Angelo. He touched on that a bit, so he told me that obviously the tenants, they know they're gonna have to get out sooner or later because he's selling the property, you know. So he's
What's the rent? What are they currently paying?
I'll be honest, I didn't even get any of that.
Yeah. But that's more information, right? Because like if they're that'll be information. And Joe will pick that up. He's like, okay, well, what are they paying? What's the rent rate?
Right.
Do they want to stay? If they want to stay, okay, cool. Because those buyers are basically with the tenant in place because it's already cash flowing. If the cash on cash return and it's already cash flowing, is at a certain percentage where some buyers will pick it up at. Like
Mm,
that's right? Instead of like a flip buyer
right.
or cash. We're looking at if it's already making money, it's already cash flowing. So got to give us another exit with a buy.
I'm gonna get that information from him. Oh no, we already have that. They're paying 1,300.
1300, that's it?
Yep.
Oh shit, man. The rents in that area like 18, 19.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So like, oh shit. Okay. No mortgage, nothing. Free and clear.
That's another good question I didn't get to.
No worries. If I can pull anything up. Like, I didn't dive into any of it, but I was like, yo, man, like, you guys want to do it. I don't know the information on what's going on with the JV people. Like, I'm not their shit.
I'm gonna fuck around and edit this script because I shouldn't be forgetting to ask these questions, but I promise you, if I be so focused on following the script that I forget to ask these questions, which I know are important.
Yeah, we'll practice shit like that over the weekend for sure, bro. Like, I'm always down to improving shit. So I'm like, I'm gonna get on the phone, but like, okay, fuck yeah, bro. I'm gonna get all my shit done by this weekend. I'm gonna upload up on man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm getting on the phone, bro. Like, I cannot sit here and just watch that list, bro. And you and Maurice show the only ones in here. I'm like, fuck, man. We need to get hands on all these other ones and just keep them rotating or whatever.
Yeah, no,
You
we
know?
could use more hands on deck for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've not been in on the weekend, but no doubt. So I'm pretty much caught up with everything. Once I got rid of Patty, got rid of the other one. All we got is those were cancellations. I got these other ones. We might be canceling one or two more. Um, 'Cause I'm just gonna be honest, like when we get to a 30-day mark on some of these, bro, I'm talking to the sellers to make sure, like, hey, we're at that phase where we need to start talking about adjustments, or we need to consider like possibly moving on. 'Cause I'm not gonna waste any fucking time to waste out.
Yeah, yeah,
But if it's worth it, but it's all gonna come down to Joey. But I'm always gonna bring that shit up all forward. And just identify some stuff like on my end with marketing. I was like, oh fuck, all I gotta do here in this end too is adjust these prices. You know, if Joey's open to that, like dropping the prices on the marketing side and fucking pushing it back out and like creating new campaigns, running new campaigns on them, right? Resetting the timer on that bitch. I was like, oh shit, that's not the way to do it. So I was like, fuck,
right.
do that. I need to run all that by Joey so I can make sure that I'm saying I'm trying all these ones that are hitting 30 days, more than 30 days. The sellers will appreciate it, you know. It is what it is. But that's why we gotta keep the pipeline flooded anyway.
Man, I'm fucking out here trying to do what I can do.
You're doing good, bro.
I've been trying to, bro. I just made an offer actually just before, a couple minutes ago. On Hillsdale or Charlotte. But the lady wants full price, bro. Literally full price. And I came in at offer 240. So furious. So that didn't work out, but
Bro, what's the seller's name?
her name is Donna Pierre. I hard shifted.
You what?
I hard shifted.
He archived it.
Okay.
Let me see. So, 23164 Hillsdale.
23164, yeah. So you could go through that with me. She wanted full price though, so she wanted 380, 390. I comped it at 380, 390 though. If you could go through that with me, I already made the offer and everything. So I mean, if I did do it wrong, I'm feeling forward. But at the same time, I think I got it right. These leads, they kind of just want like full price. I haven't gotten a real motivated one yet.
So like, let's see what you got here. All right, so there was a Hurricane new. We got your new kitchen, 15-year-old kitchen. They've owned the house for 15 years. So, window, what is it like show me? 19532 detail. In this area, okay, we got some recently sold. A little less than what? These value at Arizona stuff. I mean, it's a little bigger, this a little smaller. This one for 365. I think that's right across the river, so right on. I'll use that one. 1, 2, and 5 I'll use, so 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Oh shit, this is 455. 3, 2, 200. That falls into gaps. So they sold it for 227 square feet. What's the difference with that? What's the difference? What euros?
Would you consider taking payments on your equity over time?
Years ours.
1995, I believe.
93,
Equity?
So they just removed. Look, you see how this? I'm just going through this real quick just to kind of get acclimated with it, just on its own. Is a disclosure, not a non-disclosure space. This is 95. This is going to give me enough information to have a talk with them too, right? So which like they removed a listing. You see that? In May. Right? So that would have been another question for me. Like,
Payments on
would
your
that
equity
get
over
listed, right?
payments over time.
End of the year, how'd that go? Did you guys get any feedback about your property? What kind of feedback did you get?
If you put it over on Propelio, there's one that's in on the she said it's across the street. So I thought it was like the house behind. It's sold for 380. Same build, same 1995. 1995. It's like same everything basically. It looks renovated. So that's where I got my Airbnb. There was another one down the street also that sold for like 370. Regardless,
Right. Hold on one second. She had it on the market for 415 and it didn't sell. She had it on the market. You see this, bro? So I go. What I like to do, especially in Florida, I'll look through their sale history, right? They had it listed right at the beginning of the year. Right? They had it. They bought it back in 2008. They listed it in January. So like, I would have gotten to the conversation like, what have you guys? Have you guys?
You say that the property.
Blah blah blah. You know, kind of build up more rapport, find out what's going on. Because sometimes they don't give you like enough information to make an informed decision. And like basically you're just gathering ammo so that when you go back with logic to why like the price point has to be here because we would still have to do this.
Would you say that
It's similar to what you went through in training? Um, this has helped me. This right here is powerful to me. Because if there was a trail, they've been trying to sell this bitch since the beginning of the year. So they should have a lot of feedback. Like, why did it sell at this price point? Why we had
in the, in the condition the property is currently in?
450 and it still didn't move like all the way down to like May. Right? Why did it take so long for you guys to remove this? And you'll get used to it.
Would you say that in the condition the property is current? Would you say that the condition of current you're currently in, somebody would?
Any feedback about the property? Blah, blah, blah. And a lot of times they're open. They're really open to
Somebody could.
they wasn't doing their job. Or like, you know, people were saying this, and this, and they were doing inspections or whatever. And then you can kind of lead into like, you know, part of the script goes right into, you know, back to the condition because they'll bring up like, oh, they brought this up, and you can dig further into that. Like, oh yeah, the roof is dead. The roof, what happened to the roof during the storm? Oh, was there leaks in certain part of the house? Like, did it cause any kind of damage, interior damage to the frame?
Tenants
And
involved.
they'll kind of like start thinking about, you know, stuff, you know what I mean? And then you can go into the next phase, next phase, next phase. It's like a lot of these people, yeah, they might want a certain price because what they're seeing, I'm pulling this thing up to let you even have on Propel. So here, Propel, you grab it.
What's up, McGill? Okay.
In my console now, I told her that you can give him a bottle. If
What?
you want to,
Oh, a bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so 137, so they put it
Where y'all gonna go?
so that's a lot. So when I'm looking at this, this freaking water bed, bro. Where this street here, so. Right.
Y'all take care of fun.
What we got? I got the 6
I'll tell us with the hose.
Yeah, I figure that's different.
All I'm gonna do is bring it back.
Ooh, shit, hold on. I'm getting a call right now. I'll be right back.
Mama, you know what I'm saying? Maybe put it in one bun at the top. Okay. going out.
What are you doing?
Brings it back to the water. So that's $4.99. What's good? What? What's up, man?
Junior, you busy? I can see.
did you say? Mauricio? Was that Mauricio? Mauricio, sorry, man, I had to take a phone call. What's up, buddy? You're here. Can you hear me?
Or I'm gonna hop into the Zoom.